And we are back here on WLTH 1370 AM. Living it up, living it up. Oh, yeah. Friday night here, 7:42 in the PM on October the 10th, 2025. Right now, as we speak, the Gary International Black Film Festival is going on over at IUN. I was so happy last week to have Tony Simpson and James Ward and Jay Najee and Marcus Head and, of course, Fred Hampton Jr. on the show to showcase black culture here in the city of Gary. I hope everybody in the community can go out and support. I got my wristband. Hopefully I'll be able to go out and see the Ronaldo Ray documentary tomorrow at IUN. You know, hopefully a lot of you join me. You know, this overall, this is a very positive step for our community. I know it's not the biggest thing in the world, but you know, one of the things I love about doing this show, and one of the reasons I do things like the musical spotlight, is because art does matter. Culture matters. It really does. That's why I love doing that segment, because I can actually pay tribute to people like Nona Hendrix, who often go forgotten. When you have all these people who will tell you about Mick Jagger every day, and they'll tell you about Paul McCartney every day, they'll tell you about all of their legends. Meanwhile, we have literal legends in our community who've broken all kinds of records, who've done all kinds of things. Hell, here in the city of Gary, we got people who've done all kinds of things I didn't even know until I started doing this show and started doing research about, oh, this person performed with this person, and this person here from Gary did this and did that. And I go, oh my God, how did I not know that? They didn't teach us this in school. All they told us when I was in school was that we was the murder capital of America. They can't wait to tell us about the negativity in our community. That's why it's time for some good news. With our segment, of course, good news.
There is a light for the blind man, a sound for deaf ears. It's riches for forgotten souls that have nothing left to give. There is freedom from bondage for those who can't break free. This is the gospel of Jesus, and it's good news. Let us remember we have good news. We won't hide it in the shadows. We will light up the truth. Tell everybody what he's done for you. Shout it from the rooftops. We got good news. Hey!
Yes, good news. There's always something positive going on. They can't wait to tell you about all the young black men who are doing crime or who have been accused of crime. But why not talk about the young black men who are inventors and innovators, like one Mr. Julian Brown of Atlanta. This man actually began working while he was still in high school. In high school. He didn't have any formal education outside of a high school education. He only has a welding certification. That's it. That's his only certification outside of a high school education. He has no scientific or engineering background, but he claims to have taught himself the necessary skills and spent 5 years of his life developing his microwave pyrolysis technology. And he also began experimenting with plastic to fuel technology as a teenager, just growing up in Atlanta. How do you get into this if you're just a kid? But he got into it. And what he came out with was a new type of fuel made from let me see if I can pronounce this word. Pyrolysis. I guess it'd be pyrolysis. Technology. Pyrolysis is something that's been going on for a long time, and scientists have been trying to figure out a way to make alternative fuel. And this young man, Mr. Julian Brown, who's only 23 years old, has claimed to have done such that. Now, the fuel that he's created is called Plastoline. Plastoline. And it is actually a reactor device that uses microwave pyrolysis powered by solar energy to convert plastic waste into fuel. Gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, etc. Pyrolysis means heating material, in this case plastic, in the absence of oxygen so that it decomposes into simpler chemical compounds, which are liquid hydrocarbons, rather than burning. Now, why did he do this? He did this to reduce plastic waste. I talk about regularly about all the plastic waste that we have, the micro plastics and all that other stuff. He wanted to find a way to reduce plastic waste, especially non-recyclable plastics. And he wanted to create a renewable alternative fuel source that is more accessible. He has built prototypes in his backyard using homemade or salvage parts and solar panels. He's also been on TikTok and Instagram documenting his experiments. Now, he claims, these are claims that not been verified, that his Plastoline fuel has lower emissions compared to typical plastic recycling or combustion, and that you can use solar power to run the microwave pyrolysis reactor, which could reduce the carbon footprint of creating Plastoline. So, you know, this young man has taken a concept that's not exactly a new concept, of pyrolysis, and he's claiming that his combination of microwave heating plus solar power plus small scale accessible hardware could make this much more available to the average person. Now, again, whether this will be significant and change the way we fuel our vehicles is, you know, that's still to be determined. But I give this young man all the credit in the world for dreaming big and for doing everything in his power to make make this happen. He actually recently made history when he started a car using just his Plastoline fuel, no fuel from any other sources, just Plastoline. He documented it. He had a whole rollout in public, which could have gone bad if it didn't work. This could have gone bad if it didn't work. Thank God it did. But yes, this is Julian Brown in Atlanta starting a car with Plastoline fuel, which could, you know, revolutionize the way we refuel our cars and other engines.
Plastoline 2023 Scat Pack right here. It's all to eat. She's gonna try to start it to show we got no fuel in this thing.
Everybody, go back, go back. It ain't starting up.
Here we go.
History in the making, baby.
Plastoline.
Okay. I think that's it.
All right, you think that's it?
All right.
All right, it's empty.
Hey, are you scared?
I am.
No. Have some faith. You got
I
it.
got faith.
All right.
I'll start it.
Hit it.
Hit it.
Everybody clear the way, clear the way.
Julian!
So that's Julian Brown actually starting up fueling sports cars with his Plastoline fuel. And, you know, if this is something that can be adopted large scale, it would revolutionize the fuel industry. And strangely enough, you know, he's been banned from Twitter. Elon Musk had him banned from Twitter for some reason. He's claimed that there's been a lot of threats on his life. His mother, Nia Brown, actually recently said that he was in hiding recently because of all the death threats that he was getting after revealing this invention. And, you know, hopefully the community in Atlanta wraps their arms around this young man because, you know, ultimately, like I said, how revolutionary this is still yet to be determined. It could be revolutionary, but this is the type of ambition that we need to encourage in our young people. The Julian Browns of the world is who we need to be encouraging. We have those kids right here in the city of Gary, right next door at 21st Century. 21st Century. And in all these different schools, we have potential young men and women who could be out there inventing all kinds of things. We just don't know. We just would not know. And so my hat completely goes off to the young man. I hope his innovations in paralysis work out for him. I hope him and his family, you know, are able to benefit. I hope they don't steal his invention or steal his innovations, his ideas, and make somebody else rich while he's still in Atlanta talking about, hey, I created that. You know, hopefully he sticks with it as well. You know, a lot of young people, especially nowadays, when they face any type of resistance, often give up. And I don't know what it is about our culture now that you know, so many young people just give up and throw it all away. But, you know, it's important to teach these young people that sometimes, you know, greatness is sticking it out. Greatness is having the door shut in your face over and over and over again. Greatness is being rejected, mocked, ridiculed, and everything in between. So to Julian Brown and everybody like him, all the young people out there with all their inventions and their creations and their ideas, dream big. Don't let anybody put a ceiling in your sky. Nobody whatsoever.